Alright guys, let's get started.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
What is going on? How is everyone doing today? So I was kind of late on hitting the transition there because I want to show you guys Red Putz cannot make it today because he is busy out partying. Look at all this. I don't know where he's at, but he's partying somewhere. And I don't want to play any of those clips there because it's probably copywritten music, but he's out having a jolly good old time partying away, and we're hanging out here on a live stream. But it sounds like Serpent's having technical difficulties on his stream earlier. That sucks. Sorry to hear. I'm not sure what the issue could potentially be at this moment, and it looks like a lot of you guys kind of missed the memo here. I only see 23 likes and 68 current viewers. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. All right, let's do a quick roll call here and see what's going on. Oh my gosh, you guys have been talking for a while, so I'll try not to mention too many names twice, but hey, you never know. I'll probably do it. I always do. So we got Andres 23007. What's going on? We got Terminator Fish Studios. What's happening? Ogre MGTOW. Budweiser. Making statements. What's happening? Hive OS is something. So it sounds like first time on Hive OS, you know, you get that. You look at it, you know, it's so easy to use. It's so awesome. All your statistics, it just blows your mind. It's an amazing setup. Scrolling through, we got Oofer. What is happening, Oofer? Just a Miner. Love Sanger. Scrolling through, Bobby Jones. What's going on? Scrolling. Jarl Gray Bear, what's happening? How you doing today? And almost said Dave Collins, what's happening? My best friend, what's going on? Okay, Squirrel Master. Then the one and only Serpent X Tech, what's happening? Gordon Murray. I think I got everybody. Key Enigma Adventures, what's happening? Chris GTR. Zaw Pirate, Gordon Murray. Oh, I said that, didn't I? I did that. There's a fail. Rick 4, what's going on? Bias Shakia. And Pinio Crypto Tech, what's happening? Zared Robinson, Semper DeFi. Hopefully I got everybody. If I missed you, Christian R, I see you there. Can Zelcore files be transferred from Windows to Linux? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. But they do have a sync feature. So in theory, like if you're using your cell phone or something, you can sync it to your cell phone by utilizing the same account. So maybe you can do that within Linux as well. But again, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really used too much Linux when it came to my walls. I probably should, but I haven't. Still thinking of what to do after the merge. Yeah, everybody, that's a huge question on everybody, honestly. And nobody knows what we're gonna do after the merge. We're gonna be jumping around a lot. It's gonna be like the Wild West. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be probably a lot of fun. It might not be, and it's probably not gonna be fun when we look at our power bills and realize, well, I can't pay it this month. But you know, other than that, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then yes, if you use the same login info, your account will sync. Okay, Hugo Down says yes, it should work though if you use the same login info and everything. So awesome. And yeah, we got some things to run through today. Obviously, it's kind of been a very interesting week. You know, there's some vulnerabilities came across on potential validators once ETH moves to POS that could open up attack vectors in DDoS form. And yeah, and it seems like they don't really care. It doesn't seem like too much of an issue. They could just remove MEV in general if they want to. Obviously, that'll drop the rewards to validators and whatnot. But, you know, I don't know which way they're going to go about it yet, but it still seems like full steam ahead. The merge is going to happen. I came across this right here on Reddit. So this is on Reddit, and someone was actually asking someone to decipher what this means. So, you know, one person has a question, a few people probably have the question, maybe some of you guys are curious. So we're going to kind of run through this and kind of explain to you guys what this means. So Ethereum mainnet TTD will to be negotiated on August 11th. So on August 10th, if you're unfamiliar, that is Gorelli. It's supposed to be merging live. Now, rumors are it's a lot harder to predict potentially when Gorelli will actually hit the blocks that they need to do this, because it's on like a proof of storage type of system or something. It's a little different than the other ones, but it's a very large testnet. But it does sound like August 10th is when they predict this third and final largest testnet to actually undergo the merge. And it does say Ethereum core developer Tim Biko tweeted, the Gorelli merge is scheduled for August 10th. So they're thinking August 10th is going to happen. And 24 hours later, they're already, you know, if things are looking good, they're not even giving it that much time. Obviously, they're going to be watching it over the course of a few days to a couple of weeks and afterwards as it's all been live. But it seems like right after the merge successfully happens on here, so the next day, they're already thinking of mainnet TTD. Now, mainnet is the current net that we all use for Ethereum. That's what we're mining right now. So August 10th, TTD is when the merge will happen on this third and final testnet. And assuming it goes well, teams will like to set a date for the community to get ready for ASAP. So after some back and forth, we agreed that assuming Gorelli's merge goes well, we'd set the Bellatrix epoch and a tentative mainnet total terminal difficulty here, TTD, on August 11th, so the following day. And then on August 18th, they're going to confirm if they're going to change that TTD block that they want to do it on or not, because August 17th is supposedly when the 5 GB DAG file comes. So quick sum up through all this. August 10th, the merge will happen on the third and final testnet. August 11th, the following day, they're already coming up with a TTD for mainnet, which means the end of all Ethereum mining the following day. They're going to follow up on the 18th when that 5 GB DAG does go through. On the 17th, they'll see what kind of hash rate falls off, because as hash rate falls off due to ASIC miners or whatever GPUs or something may be out there in 5 GB, then that could take it will take a little bit longer to hit that date. So then they might just adjust it a little bit because they're looking for a certain date, I'm assuming here, because as network hash rate falls off, the next couple blocks are going to be fairly slow, and then the difficulty will adjust to make it even again. So it will take, you know, a little bit longer as hash rate falls off, and then it'll just adjust again. But that's what they're waiting for here. They're coming full steam ahead, already, you know, thinking about mainnet TTD, and we haven't even hit this third and final testnet yet, which is going to happen next week. So that is very interesting news there. They really want to get this, you know, out of the way, get going, move to POS, and say goodbye to all the miners out there. So very interesting stuff. Yeah, I don't know. So that's what the timeline looks like here. Now we go to where is my DAG size calculator? So here is the DAG size calculator. We go to 5 GB here. We can see 5 gig. And that's August 17th. Like I said, 11th, they'll have what block on mainnet they're going to want to allegedly do. And then on the 18th, which is the day after this, they're going to see what comes about it. Now, during their dev call, they were kind of shaking off this 5 GB DAG, as they're probably not going to, you know, notice much. But then people in the chat were saying, well, this is a fairly big DAG size, because a lot of the Jazz miners and stuff are 5 GB. So they're like wondering, well, how many Jazz miners could be online? Now, I don't know how many other 5 GB miners out there. There could be miners we haven't heard of on the network for who knows how long and stuff. But when it comes to the Jazz miners in general, I don't think the 5 GB DAG is going to be that big of an issue. Now, it might be depending how many are there, but I really don't expect a lot of the Jazz miners to fall off on this day. So hear me out. If we go to, I guess we're going to have to head on over to Jingle Mining here. We'll head over to Jingle Mining. We're going to go to their website and just look at the Jazz miners, just to give you an idea of what I'm trying to point to here. So we have 2 Jazz miners here, the X4-1U and the X4C-1U. And the C is 450 mega hash. I think it's 420. Crank it up, 450, 480. And then you got the 520 mega hash. You crank it up, it's about 580 mega hash. Now, based on my previous Jazz miner videos and feedback in the comments, it looks like the X4C, the 450 mega hash, the smaller one, has slowly already been getting, for the last few weeks now, to lose hash rate. So that makes me wonder, if we look like at the Ipollo miners and stuff. Now, what can I just click? Can I just click on you, please, so I can look at your stats? Thank you. All right. So if we look, does it have, it doesn't really have it here, does it? All right, so here it says 5 GB. Can you see that? No? How about this one? Still can't see that? No? All right, we're gonna go full screen for you guys. So it says 5 GB right here is RAM. Now it doesn't say, if you look at the Ipollos now, they have a working RAM and available RAM. So depending on how these Jazz miners are, like the lower ones may be 5 gigabytes total with a 4.8 working RAM, and then the 520s maybe 5.2 and with a working of 5, which means they just start losing hash rate, but they can continue to hash. And because these things are such efficient monsters, I have no issues staying on Ethereum with mine. If it's more profitable in ETC, it probably will be still at that point where if I drop from 580 mega hash to say 500 and I'm still only using like 286 watts, which key point here, I opened the door the other day, it was a cool night, and it dropped my power consumption down from 291 to 286 watts. So 286 watts here because the fans ramped down 2000 RPM because it's a little cooler now with a little more airflow. These things are still extremely efficient on Ethereum, so we may not see these fall off. If you look back at the 4 gigabyte DAG, GPUs could still mine X amount longer. LOL miner later on released zombie mode, and then they could, you know, go online a lot longer. I was still getting 27 mega hash on a 4 gigabyte card on a ×16 slot like 5 or 6 months after the fact of the 4 gig DAG file. So we're not going to have an LOL miner here. Maybe there could be a firmware update to increase the hash, have a zombie mode. I don't know. That's all speculation at this point, but I don't see these maybe potentially falling off right away. So we're probably going to be able to mine on these all the way until the merge happens, just based on current responses on the Cs here that have been losing hash rate. So I'm expecting, because I have not experienced any hash rate loss on the 520 mega hash version at all yet. So once the 5 gig hits, I'm assuming I'm still good for at least another 3 or 4 months. You know, obviously the merge is set to happen beforehand, but I don't think we're gonna have that big of an issue coming into that with that 5 gigabyte DAG size because of that very reason. We're still probably mining on these miners even though it's past 5 gigabytes. 5 gigabytes is 5.1 5 kilobytes in binary. Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. I don't know what the working and everything is. Like the Ipollos, the 6 gigabyte ones, they're at 6.2 total. They use 0.2 for their system, and then they got working, which is to load the DAG size of 6 gigabytes. The classic minis, I think some of them are the same way, where they're 3.6, but I think they're at like 3.8, and then, you know, 0.2 is using for the system memory and whatnot. But when it comes to looking at Jazz miner info, there's nothing in their dashboards that tells you how much they have, and the 420 mega hash versions seem to be losing hash rate. So Rud Potts, you made it. Welcome. There he is, partying on. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. Much appreciated, 100%. So that's awesome. But yeah, I think at least the 520 mega hash versions will probably still be mining on here. Now, I don't know what other hardware. There's 5 gigabyte A10s out there. There's 6 gigabyte and 8 gigabytes. So there's different versions of that. There's a whole bunch of different miners. I don't know if there's any 5 gigabyte GPUs, but who knows? But you know, it's going to be different. But the point is, it does look like they're going to wait until August 18th, and then they'll pretty much make a final decision. This is the date that we're going to merge Ethereum to POS, and it really sounds like it's coming. Now, I know in the past they've talked about POS. They talked about moving the POS. They've always kind of wanted to be POS, but they have never been so straightforward, like a PR standpoint and everything right now, of setting dates, of doing these test nets, of doing this. So I really think this is a 99% chance, as long as Gorelli does successfully merge in their minds. Now, to us or to someone else, we may see some flaws. Flaws could pop up, and we might, oh, this could be bad, or that might be bad. But I'm saying Ethereum dev flaws. If they think it is good enough, it doesn't matter what we think, it's what they think. If they think it passes, it's over, guys. It is over, which is kind of, you know, at the beginning, I played that song. It says, you know, it got to the point just where I cut off saying, we tried so hard and all this stuff. Yeah, that was leading up to this. Ethereum mining is 99% going to be gone September or sooner. Like, they're setting these dates. It could happen very last day of August for all we know, because they're doing like the same schedule that they did on the previous 3 test nets. It seems like every 3 to 4 weeks, they scheduled the next one. And they're doing that for mainnet as well. They're not really waiting. So in theory, they're using their code freezing, and you know, we have the thing where they're gonna freeze the code. Well, they've been doing the same thing the past 3 test nets. So in theory, the past 3 months and stuff, this thing is all frozen up and ready to roll. So they're just keep on trying this merge test on here, and boom. If they successfully say this is a success on the 10th, or I guess the 11th here, I guess it would be the 10th. They're gonna probably let us know if it went through or not, and then the 11th they'll be deciding the TTD. But by 10th or 11th, we're gonna know if it's gonna end in September or not. Now, something could happen. We do know this is gonna be a thing. Something could happen, but right now it looks like it's over, guys. It looks like it. Anyway, now with all that being said, there's a lot of talk about potential forks. Look at this. So miners want to fork it, and they're not just forking it. Usually when you fork a coin, you fork it, you get your own token, you keep the blockchain, whatever, stuff like that, and the other one kind of changes way. They want to fork the exact same wallet and everything over to where they are now. Let me just see if I can find the proper one. Kind of here. So some diehard miners are facing the I can't even talk right now, of billions of dollars. Pretty much they're going to be losing billions of dollars worth of mining hardware and falling the revenue, and they are threatening to maintain the original proof of work version of Ethereum network to protect their investment. To protest, they could fork off and create their own proof of work version of Ethereum. When the upgrade takes effect, the fork networks would maintain the same wallet balances and transactional history as Ethereum prior to chain merge. That means all your Ethereum is exactly the same and it's still there. It's no coin swap or anything. And they're saying pretty much to test it out that, where is it? Yada, yada, merge out there. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but they're pretty much saying, you know what, if POS is really the best way to go about it, everyone will stick with POS and move that way, and then this POS way will go that way, and the proof of work will eventually just die off. Now, it's really interesting how they're doing this, where they're going to try to keep everything on it. And obviously, if people like proof of work, they can just pull all their stuff off POS and kind of move to the proof of work side and keep building on that and letting it go. And then, you know, if it keeps going, it keeps going. So very interesting kind of aspect here. Now, there's also some other skepticism going on where that Tron guy is in on this. Allegedly, he has a lot of background information, like scamming people. I don't know the full story there, but it also seems like, I don't know, if this fork happens, it seems like there also may be a lot of black sheep that could be involved in it, and it might be a bad idea. But again, regardless, the rumors are there. It could happen. Ethereum devs, they predict that someone somewhere in the world will do this fork, but does it make sense? Now, if they do change to different coins or something, you can fork anything you want, but if you don't have the user base, it's not going to be worth it. You can be like, to new miners that think, oh, we'll just fork it, we'll keep mining, it's good. That's not necessarily the case, because if nobody builds on it and no users go to it and no one's buying and selling it and using transactions, yada yada yada, it doesn't make any sense mining it, because it's going to be worthless. There's not going to be it's not going to have value to it. So you also need all these users in it. So it's going to be a very interesting next, I guess, month and a half, because we're either going to be on to different things, or we're going to be, you know, still thinking, oh, there's a delay. Awesome. But yeah, crazy stuff is about to happen, guys. Let's just scroll up what's going on in the chat. My background music's too loud. Uh-oh, how about that? Is it down more? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is ETH merge happening? Shaq Shank Jane, 99% sure, yes, this is probably happening, but it only comes down to, I guess, the 10th. We really have to wait for the 10th, because we don't know how this testnet went. So, like, what is today? It's 6? Today's 6? Yeah, today's 6. We got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We got 4 days until the third and final testnet does merge. And once that happens, if they say it's a success, remember, their success, not anybody else trying to pick them apart. If they say it's a success, you know, 99% chance happening early September. Oh, they're going to the beach. Neoxa Minecraft server was in beta. Yeah, I seen that. Neoxa, they went ahead, they got through their EOLA type of conditions and everything, and they released it. The payment mechanism or nothing is in place yet, so you're just playing on the server, normal Minecraft, whatever. I don't know what the server, like what's all on the server, if it's fighting or mining or whatever. I don't believe Neo is involved in it yet. I call it Neo. That's what I do. Yeah, we have ETC, no need for another fork. That's true, we do have ETC. The only issue with ETC is obviously the ASICs. It's gonna take a long time for, like, it needs a huge price jump, right? We know this. All the coins need a massive price jump, and they are gonna happen. The next bull run, we're gonna see increased prices across everything. I don't know what levels we're gonna hit in terms of all the other coins that are GPU mineable, but you know, it's going to go up. A lot of miners are going to quit, obviously, and that's going to help whoever stays on the network more profitable, which leads me to another thing. I actually paid 1 cent less power last month. I got my power bill today. I was like, oh my gosh, that thing is high. And then it's not as high as some of you guys out there. But when I did the calculations, I was actually only at 15 cents instead of like 16.7. I was like, awesome. But then, you know, I get in my pouty moods. I almost went live and did a big, huge Rabid rant again yesterday. But like, I'm locked in at 6.8 cents. Very cheap. That's a nice power price. That power price alone, like with all my rigs, everything on, I only would have had a power bill of like $300 at 6.8 cents. That's amazing, right? That's super dirt cheap for, I have about what, 50, I have about 7,200 kilowatt hours going. And my bill only would have been $300 for 7,200 watts for the month. That would have been insanely nice. But I have distribution charges and all these other charges, and it's higher in urban areas. Is that urban or rural? Or maybe it's rural because I'm out of town. I always get too mixed up. You know, it's been like forever since I was in school. But, you know, I'm out in the country, small town, so it's more expensive to supply power, allegedly, is what they say. So, you know, those other charges are higher than normally, and it's almost double of my normal price. So my power, like I said, I would pay like $300 locked in at 6.8 cents, but my power bill was like $840. Like, it's still not that high compared to some people. Obviously, as you expand, it gets higher and higher. I'm not a huge miner, but you know, I'm using a decent amount of power, and I just go to show, like, I'm locked in at 6.5 cents, but I'm paying 16.7 cents usually. But my total bills last week, I was actually down to 15 cents, which I found interesting because it was also hot days and people were using that. And then, what was it, yesterday, all the oil and gas companies around here, they decided they made record high profits. So like Suncor, for example, this last quarter to the previous record that they had, this time they got like $4 billion in profits. They're reporting $4 billion. And the last time they got their record high was in like I can't remember, it's like 4 years ago, and it was like $800 million. So they shattered records here because obviously we're paying them more, they're charging us more, everything's through the roof, but we're losing and they're gaining more and more. What is going on here? Obviously government ties and everything, and you know, media and keep all of us poor and all that stuff goes out. But hey, we're not getting into that, that's a totally different topic. But obviously we're all getting ripped off here. And I found another interesting aspect on the whole thing. I seen a tweet the other day, and it makes 100%. Now, I talked about this a little while back about, you know, California sometimes it has rolling blackouts, and some other states in the US there do as well. And if you're at that point of power, then yes, it makes sense that, you know, power would be a little more expensive. It makes sense to turn things off, conserve power and stuff. But like, we've here in Alberta and pretty much most of Canada, I don't think we've ever had a blackout. And they keep saying, you know, power outages, power this. But in theory, that power that's not being used is just wasted. So Bitcoin, here's the tweet I'm going to quote right now. Bitcoin mining doesn't waste power. It keeps power from being wasted. And that is 100% true, because these plants, these whatevers, they don't run at 20%. They don't run at 50%. They don't run at 80%. They don't turn a dial up or down and it costs more each day to produce their power. No, they're giving out a certain amount of power. That's why these huge companies can get such cheap power, because they're buying all the excess power that's not being used based on the grids and everything. So the power is there. It's not that there's less power. It's just that they want to charge everybody more power because they think, oh, well, we have an excuse that it's hot out. Everyone's running ACs, so we have a lack of power. They have zero lack of power. They got the same amount of power. They actually have less power wasted, which results in higher power bills because they wasted less power. Makes zero sense to me, but that's pretty much how it works. So very crazy stuff going on, guys. Very, very crazy. One day this stuff has to change. But it's nice to see that I'm not the only stoner here. What are you guys talking about in chat right now? I have no idea. We have 125 viewers, 61 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Smash it right now. So some other things we should probably take a look at here is the E9. So I took a screenshot a couple days ago. Bitmain released all them E9 miners. I find it's kind of funny. I saw on Reddit, they're like sold out like crazy. They're all over the place, massive sellouts. Everyone is jumping on these E9 miners. And I was like, for real? Is that really happening? So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to ASIC miner value. I'm going to look up an E9 and they're not out of stock. I see in stock, in stock, in stock. You can still pre-order here. They're out of stock at Miner Bros and ASIC miner value. You know, maybe they only got sent 4. So they sold 4 of them and now they're out of stock. So that makes sense. But they're in stock. If you want them, you can buy them. So I don't know where all the mass buying rumors are coming from because obviously you can find them. So that's not 100% true. But I do have screenshots from 2 days ago of all the Ethereum hash rate as well as ETC hash rate, which we can look at right now. Like currently, right now, hanging out on Ethereum, there is 852 terahash. We're still on the way down. These miners have been delivered to some. I do believe Red Panda is actually supposed to be getting one of these fairly soon. So we're going to see how this thing does perform. But it is alleged, what, 2.6 gigahash at 1900 watts or something like that. It's a crazy amount. I'm trying to get my hands on one of these. Where is it? Where's the V1? This beast right here. Look at that. 3.6 gigahash at 3100 watts. Now the E9 is slightly more efficient, but 3.6 gigahash at 3100 watts is going to take like 6 years to make up the efficiency difference because they are fairly close. But this thing is a monster. How come no one's talking about this? You see E9s everywhere. E9s are out. Bitmain released E9. I don't really care. I care about this thing. Look at that. 3.6 gigahash, 3100 watts. I'm trying to get my hands on this thing. It is very hard to do. But this thing is an absolute beast. Like I would shut my GPUs off and run this because it's so efficient. Plus, it's 3.6 gigahash. Like, that's insane. I'd free up power for other things. That's crazy. That thing is a monster miner. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to be keeping an eye on the Ethereum hash rate, you know, obviously as long as it doesn't, you know, hit POS sometime soon. But through the past month, Ethereum hasn't gone up or down. We see a lot of weird squiggling going on here, like crazy. I don't know if that's like massive nice hash or what's happening here. It's a reported hash rate. I think Max Voltage was supposed to do a video on Etherscan versus 2 miners, see if one's a reported, one's an actual average, and so on. One's actual hash rate. I don't know, but this seems really weird. But overall, we're not really gaining anything for the past month on Ethereum. But Ethereum Classic, on the other hand, look at this. Boom! We have seen right from about July 27th. Now in this area, shipments, I'm assuming this is a lot to do with a lot of those Ipollo miners. You know, they have been coming in, all these ETC minis and stuff. Those are amazing for home miners. You know, as a big miner, you might not think it's doable for you, but someone hanging out in potentially, you know, an apartment or something, you really want to get into crypto, that's a nice, easy way to do it, and efficient as well. If you, especially if you're very power limited, you know, those things are awesome for those kinds of people, including people that just want efficiency, you know, stack up on them as well. But we see hash rate. Now, we also seen 100% increase in ETC price at this time as well. So we have price increases. We got all these mini ETC miners coming out, and we're seeing the effects right here that the hash rate is picking up on Ethereum Classic. So right on. It's still not too high though. Where was it? Was it down here? Wow, it was down to 21. Now it's down to 30. So it went up about 9 terahash or so. Not too bad, but this is the one to follow. I'm very interested to see how many of those E9s hit the network and if we're actually going to notice them or not. And another thing is 17th, when the 5 gig DAG hits, are we going to notice a hash rate drop here or not? I have no idea, but it's greatly going to find out and let us know how many ASICs could potentially be on the network, because the 5 gig will just be, you know, your low end A10s, your Jazz miner. Again, the Jazz miners probably won't, but until we know for sure, we kind of got to account them here. So we'll see. Obviously, I will be updating as soon as this happens, because I'm assuming I will still be mining this, but I might not be. You know, I might have to switch to ETC, and when I do, and we'll update you on that. There was another miner here I wanted to look at, and I can't remember what it was. But I guess seeing how we're here, let's run through the Ergo thing. Some people are kind of confused what's going on with the Ergo. Ergo in theory. So next go to, I think for me, like, obviously I'm going to come down to whatever is efficient first. I know a lot of people are on the Flux train. We got the Raven coin train. We got the Neoxa train. There's a lot of different trains rolling around the world. Like, what are we going to do after Ethereum? That is the $1 million question. Nobody has a single idea what. Now, ETC does have the most potential to soak up most of the hash rate because it's the next coin that pays miners the most. But because of all those ASICs, the ASICs will be absorbing up pretty much all of that initially, and then it comes down to power price and everything. So your next go to, myself, you know, I'm probably going to have to go to maybe Ergo, because Ergo is, you know, a nice efficient algorithm, but everyone else is going to go there too. So most likely it'll just be shutting off all my rigs in the end here after a few weeks or whatever of testing. Keep one card out for multi-testing, but we got to really realize what's going on with the Ergo block rewards as well. So we're down to 48 right now. Right now we're at 48. We go into here, they go through the whole thing here, but the part I really want to, oh, hold on a second. Have fun. Okay, they're going to the beach now. All right, so the original plan is to continue decreasing block rewards every 3 months is still in place. Therefore, can you guys see that all right? Let me just find the right screen. You guys can kind of see that. You know what? I'll go full screen for you guys. But therefore, the next reduction in rewards will take place around July 2nd, 2022, at which time the block reward will be another 3 Ergo per block, which means starting on July 2nd, miners will be rewarded with 48 Ergo per block. So 48, I believe that's where we're at right now. So we're sitting at 48 Ergo this very second. Now, here's the kicker on what's happening here. So 3 months later, there will be another block reduction of 3 Ergo per block, and so on. So every 3 months from this point on, from July 2nd, Ergo is going to be dropping its block rewards by 3 every 3 months. So by the end of the year, we're going to be down 6 Ergo already. We looked at my GPU mining calculator. By the next bull run in 2025, which is 3 years, Ergo is only going to have a block reward of like 12, and it's going to keep going down until we at 3 Ergo. And then at 3 Ergo, it's going to remain at 3 Ergo forever until all the Ergo is minted. And then obviously it'll only be transactions and vault fees and stuff at that point. But looking into the future, I know that sounds bad news, block rewards dropping, yada, yada, all that stuff. Now we can start thinking, what kind of price do we need Ergo to hit to potentially be a go-to? Well, let's say it's maxed out at its 3, and however long it takes to get to its 3, that's different calculations I didn't do. But say it gets down to its 3 and 3 bull runs from now or something like that. So now we need Ergo to be at least $1,000 to $1,000 to $2,000 to be as profitable as current ETH. Now it can be slightly less actually than current ETH value because it does have that one extra block in there. So ETH right now is 1.97 plus the transactions are burnt gas, but 1.97 plus whatever MEV or something. So 1.97 on S, so just say 2. Ergo is giving 3. So we need right now, ETH, for example, is at 1,700 USD. If Ergo could hit like $1,400, then it'll be about as profitable as ETH currently is right now, you know, in this bear market. So kind of crazy. I don't have my sheet up here. Should I bring do you guys want me to bring my GPU mining sheet up here? Because I have all that calculated in it, but that's just one way to look at potential price for Ergo. We also looked at Flux, I believe, on that sheet. Flux to become a next actual go-to coin to mine in general by itself to support a bunch of hash rate, it needs to hit around, I think it was $1,500 to $2,000 per Flux. We're looking at some crazy high numbers. Now, I'm not saying it won't happen. It could very well happen. It's just going to take it's going to take a bunch of cycles for this to go through. And by cycles, I mean, we have every 4 years, 2013, 2017, 2021, 2025, 2029, and what is 2033 or something like those are the cycles. Those are when the bull runs usually happen. Each cycle does get larger in terms of the bull run each time, which is a good thing, awesome thing, but it's going to take time. So there isn't going to be a go-to coin. I really don't think any coin is going to be a go-to. It's going to take the distribution between all of these coins to remain profitable for GPUs, and then it comes down to your power price and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much how, once the hash rate and everything levels off, and depending, this coin pumps, that coin pumps, yada yada, it's really going to take all the other coins just to kind of be together and just have a chance to be as profitable as Ethereum currently is in today's bear market. So that's pretty much how at least the next bull run I see coming out is. Hopefully we can get at least as profitable as how this current bear market is on Ethereum, is kind of how I see it. And again, I don't even know if we're going to hit that point. It's definitely going to come down to a lot of miners quitting. So things are going to be very interesting moving into the future, guys. But, keep your heads high. Obviously, that hardware is going to be coming online. When is the best time to get that hardware? Well, it depends. If the cycles keep remaining the same way they are, then I would say the best time for hardware. Yes, they look good right now. All the prices look good right now, but they're going to be looking a lot better within the next year or so. The first step is once Ethereum moves POS, that's going to drop a lot of hardware prices. Initially, it might just increase all the hardware on the market, but the prices will maintain. But after all this is happening, prices will slowly start dropping. And the best time to buy any crypto hardware, anything for mining in the future, is just before the bull run, when people have finally gave up and they said, all right, this is it, and there's too much hardware, we can't sell anything. That's when you buy your hardware, when everyone is pulling out and has gave up. And that will probably be mid to end 2024, sometime before 2025. If you wait too long, obviously you may be able to see prices start to come up again and grab it before the scalpers come in. Again, the scalpers won't really matter in the next bull run as much, I don't think, because I don't think we're going to hit the profitability that we did see in the previous one, but it is still soon to tell. But I think that's the optimal time to pick up your hardware, would be sometime mid 2024, because everything will be rock bottom. If I look back in the past, like right now, like I can't remember, I bought 12 GPUs, 4 power supplies, Amazon rack, 2 motherboards, complete system with 12 cards. It's about 380 mega hash at the time for like what, 1200, 1300 Canadian. That's like $900 USD for 380 mega hash. That was mining like 1 point something Ethereum per month, 0.2 something a week. That was insane. And Ethereum was only worth like $400 back then, $300, $200 or something when I picked up that rig. And then later on, all the prices started going up. I sold all those cards off and I replaced them with 3060 Ti's and stuff. I maintained my same hash rate, but I picked up the efficiency because those are other Polaris cards. So that's kind of the way I kind of still go about it that way. So yeah, so there's different ways to do everything, but use all the markets to your advantage. Don't think about crypto in general. Think about other things. Now, I don't know how the next run's going to work, but it is going to happen. A bear run will happen again. I'm kind of debating this time. I know there's the huge hodl crowd, hodl your crypto. If you hodl your crypto, you're not going to make anything. It's just a number in your wallet that says how much you used to have when it pumped and how much you have now when it dumped. So I really think moving to the next bull, we can't time the tops, we can't time the bottoms, but I'm probably going to sell all my crypto, all of it. Next bull run, sell it. If the markets keep doing what they do, I'm going to sell all my crypto. I'm going to hold it. Might even sell all my hardware depending if the scalpers pick up. Why? Because at that point, I hold it. I wait for the next bottom of the bear run, and then I could quadruple or even times 8 everything swap all that back into crypto, whatever I sold. Hardware funds, swap all that back into new hardware, and you could literally times 4, times 5, maybe even times 6 your entire farm by selling it at the highs. Sure, you might not mine it, but you know, like, you won't be mining in that time and stuff, but you can get them. You can definitely expand that way. Again, that is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but just how everything works out in the previous runs and how hardware fluctuates with all these prices and everything else. That's one way to look at everything. But yeah, I really think taking profits is a great idea, because what now? You're like, oh, well, Ethereum, like Canadian wise, it hit $6,000. Now it's down to like 2,200. I could have sold all that, bought that here, wait for it to go again. Boom, explosion, galore, double, triple, quadruple, every cycle. Use the cycles to your advantage. Don't just sit there and hodl because everyone else says hodling is what I'm doing. Hodl for life. If you hodl for life, you're going to be buried with your wallet as well. Like, it doesn't do anything for you just sitting in that wallet. Oh, Serpent, you think you finally fixed it. What was wrong? What was the issue? Sounds like Serpent got his stream issues all tweaked out. So that's a good thing. I don't know if anyone is going live after me, but Serpent, if you wanted to go live in, I guess, 15 minutes or so, I could try to point people. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Up to you. If you were rescheduling your stream or not, I'm not sure. Take profit. Yeah, take profits. I really think we should take profits. I'm not a hodler. I use my crypto for my power. Obviously, it sucks right now because everything is down so much. And I look back when Ethereum was like $300, and I bought a $600 5700 XT with crypto. I paid like 2 Ethereum for a 5700 XT. It was mine. I was mining it like crazy. It was coming in like, you know, it was easy to get Ethereum at that time, right? And I paid 2 Ethereum for a 5700 XT. That 5700 XT in the bull run was a $12,000 GPU. Could you think about that? Seriously, think about that. I paid $12,000 for a 5700 XT like 5 or 6 years ago. That is insane. Oh my gosh. So yeah, like it's different the way you look at it, but it's crazy, you know, doing these different things and your experiences you get through going through these cycles and runs. But I really think, you know, when these bull runs come, take the profits, take them, and then just hodl. You don't have to spend it on everything. Also, the best time to mine too. I know a lot of people, they come out in the bull markets. That's when all the hardware comes on. But in theory, you know, bull markets is one of the worst times to mine, which brings me back to the part where you sell your hardware and stuff at that time too. Now, hear me out. Now, we kind of, who was it? Fully Electric, we kind of came about this the other day. He said, you know, everyone mines in the bull run, you make more money. Yeah, you make more money in fiat value, but you're mining less coins because of difficulty. If you mine all those coins in the bear run, when people are pulling off the network, like we've seen, there's 200 to 300 terahash less on Ethereum, your yields are up. Now, if you calculate all that, wait for the bull run, sell that, you have all your cash to pay for your power for the next 3 or 4 years. You don't have to worry about that. But if you have everything in its set spots, then you're good to go. And that way you mine up that bear run market. You have the coins from selling in the previous bear run. Now you got to remember, you got to take this mentality into the next cycles now, because we already lost that last bear run. Or bull run. It's gone. We got to wait for the next one to repeat this all over again. But sell at the highs, put this amount for power, put that amount, whatever, the X amount for hardware, you know, X amount to buy back into coins and stuff at the lows. But get rid of your hardware, everything, and then come back and mine in that bear market, picking everything up for cheap, stacking up them coins because everyone else is pulling off. And then the bull run hits again, dump it all, run to the bank laughing, take your trip to Hawaii, buy your match and get your Lambos. I'm just kidding, guys. No, we're not talking about Lambos yet. It's going to take a few cycles at my level to do that, but you know where I'm going with this though, right? You know, like the most profitable time to mine is when it doesn't make sense to other people, and that is in a bear run. That is when ETH is potentially leaving. A lot of people are going to quit. Yes, the difficulty is going to pick up, but a lot of miners are going to quit after this. When we were at the last big, huge bull run, and people like a 3090 was making what, $14, $15 a day. I remember seeing posts when it dropped down to $12 a day. People were like, I quit. This is BS. I lost too much profits already because the difficulties where stuff was coming up, right? And it went from $15 a day to $12 a day. Well, where do you think that guy is now? Whereas 3090 is making maybe $1.50 or $2 a day now or something. I don't even know. What's a 3090 at right now? But you see, I'm sitting right on what to mine, asking that question. 3090, what's a 3090 at right now? So it's like, it's 219. So it's down like $12 of what it was mining before. What do you think that guy is thinking now? He probably left a long time ago, or he was just one of those guys that like to post a lot of stuff on Reddit, and you know, really he's lying about everything and he's still in it. But this is how the mentality, you got to think how other people think. You got to think how other people's power prices are, because that's definitely going to be a major issue into mining, is your power price. It's not about weak hands. It's not really about this. If it doesn't make sense to mine because you pay too much for power, then don't mine. I have no issues. If I am not able to pay my power bill after the merge has happened, my GPUs will be shut off, and I will have one GPU kind of bouncing around to test some profitabilities around. That's about it. But if I can't mine and make a profit after power, I'm not going to be mining. I'll still make videos, obviously, but I won't have my rigs on. It's that simple. Get a Ferrari. That means you are mining or not doing your own devices. What? I'm confused. It is a third price now versus then. Yeah, it's crazy price. A third of the price. It definitely dropped since then, but our yields are up, so we are making more per GPU yield wise than what we were making then as well. I don't have a screenshot from back then of the yields and stuff, but we're getting more Ethereum right now than what we were already making in the past bull run. It's just that the fiat value has dropped so much that it looks like it's not worth mining. It's a mental thing. The number in the right spot doesn't look right to you, so it's like, oh, I quit. But the number that you should be looking at is those yield numbers of the coins you're getting. You were getting more of that Ethereum than you were in that bull run. The more people drop off, the better it gets. Yes, best YouTube 100%. As more people drop off, the difficulty starts coming down and the yields keep picking up more and more and more. Now, depending on the value, that means you'll be getting more in fiat value as well because you're getting more yields. But you wait for that next bull run to happen, it's to the moon. Explosions. As if we can hold out that long. I know it's tempting sometimes to sell. I sell all the time. I'm always selling my crypto. Even in this bear run, I'm still selling, buying, swapping, doing stuff. Now, there's different ways to go about it. Obviously, Bitcoin, safest way to go. It's going to go up. You can double, triple, quadruple your money, within from now to the next bull run easily, maybe even times 6 it. Now, where it gets interesting is, do I try do I put in BTC? It's a safe bet, it's good to go, or should I throw it in ETC, or should I throw it in Raptorium, or should I throw it in Raven? Should I throw it in Dogecoin? What if Doge hits $1 next bull run? It could happen. It has a major backing now since the last one, Elon and all this stuff. ETC, if it takes the next go-to. What if Ethereum Classic is kind of early deja vu of what I just explained to you guys, early Ethereum back then? That could very well happen too. We have no idea what's going to happen in the future, but if I'm mining 2-3 ETC right now, or what is it, 8-9, I hardly have any hash rate on Ethereum Classic, but I'm mining X amount of coins, and it goes into, if I go spend, buy a 5700 XT for 2 or 3 ETC, and then what if that turns into a $10,000 GPU in the next bull run or something? There I am again, kicking myself. I just spent $10,000 on a GPU. Obviously, I could have bought 10 of them for that price. Like, that thing is not ROI'd itself in any way, shape, or form. If you want to base it off that math, that is never going to ROI. I don't care if Ethereum hits freaking, I don't even know, $20,000 at 5700 XT is never going to ROI. Not coming in at a $12,000 GPU. But it's all just perspective. Any way you look at it. At the time, you could think, what? That was free money. Forget what the price of Ethereum got to. I got that for free. I mined that, paid for my power. I didn't use any fiat money. I didn't use any normal. That was a free GPU to me. I didn't use any of my money. I used the crypto. And then you could use that mentality and say, well, that GPU is free. I just went and gave this guy this stuff and he gave it to me. So, it depends how you look at things to you know, how you contemplate on what to do with your future. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different game plan. But in the end, you know, it all comes down to at least try to be able to per day, today, at least be able to afford your power bill at the end of each day. That's the way I look at it. Am I still CPU mining? Yeah, I still got my CPUs across a few things. I haven't looked. I want to try Tizen. Tizen recently just got listed on what's it called? Let's take a look at mining pool stats. I already had it open somewhere, but Tizen got listed on, I believe, Xbitron, so it's probably going to open up the Zerg pool floodgates pretty soon. Techman, if you're here, you probably know about this. It is not. Oh, Zerg pools. Yeah, Zerg pool's here. You guys can't even see. So Zerg pool looks like they added Tizen because it did get listed. There's the hash rate going up. Hash rate's not too high, so that's good. Price. I gotta check something out here. What is it? Just doesn't say the date. Darn it. I'm wondering if this drop in price happened right when Zerg pool joined. And this looks a little farther. So I don't know, but price has definitely come down. A lot of people have been mining this without an exchange for a while, but I do want to try this out. 0.002 cents. There's not much hash rate on this. It might be okay. I want to try this out. It might be not too shabby. Now, there's the VCOX. We talked about this one previously. This is a Ghost Rider algorithm. It's sitting at 0.00116. That is not much volume, but what is that right now? Calculator. Bounce to the calculator here. So 330, 1, 2, 3 times. Is that 0.00116? 0.000. 3 zeros, right? You don't want to put 2 zeros. That'd be way too awesome. 116. 38. That's not too bad. Now let's see if we can get the volume. I still haven't sold this. I keep telling you I mean to, but I have been heard Trade Marrow. Trade Marrow, is that what they are? Let me look down to Trade Marrow. Oh, it's not on here anymore. It's not listed. It used to be Trade Marrow. There's no volume. You see $15 in volume. Yeah, okay. That's less than what I mined in like 10 hours. But it's supposed to be getting an Xbitron or potential Trade Ogre. Obviously, those have a lot more volume on them. So if that's the case, and we can get in here, this could potentially be around a $38 a day operation, which I guess, what is that actually per rig? If I divide that by 23, that's $1.66 per rig. $1.66. What's a 3070? 3090s at that. What's a 3070 making? 3070, 3070, 3070. That's $1.17. So in theory, that 3900Xs could be making more than a 3070 on Ethereum currently. And if it is, it doesn't have to worry about the ETH merge where everything tanks and we're still making close to, you know, $1.70 on a single rig. So obviously I have a decent CPU mining farm. I got GPUs, I got hard drives, I got different ways to mine crypto. I'm versatile. Like I said, I have no issues shutting off my GPUs, because right now it looks like my CPUs are kind of doing better anyway, but I have no issue shutting them off because I have other ways to mine crypto. I'm not narrow-minded on only GPUs. GPUs is not the only way to mine. There's ASICs out there. There's Cadena ASICs, there's Cardano, there's Dogecoin, there's Litecoin, you know, there's all the GPU coins, there's the CPU coins, there's various ways. Chia may potentially be more profitable than GPU mining initially right after the merge. That could be a thing too. But yeah, I don't know. There's different ways to look at how you do it. But being versatile is different ways. What am I mining on my CPUs? I am mining, like I just showed. I got some VCAX. I'm swapping over to Tizen. Tizen, is that how you pronounce it? Tizen. I want to stack up a bunch more Raptorium, and Bitorium is racking up as well, because their what's it called, smart nodes are collateral increasing in like 4 days or something. So we'll see what goes on there. You have 50 terabytes. I only got 12 terabytes. It's making about 60 cents a day. Something like that. Actually, let's have a look. Actually, no, it's not 6. It's like 19 cents a day. Where is it? Let me look where my actual... Go to here. flex pool. I'm gonna go to my Chia. We got my Chia in here. Oh no, it's offline. Oh crap. Okay, my Chia node is offline, guys. So now I have to, after the stream, I gotta look into that. My Chia's offline. Oh no. When did that go offline? That sucks. I think it was like, I don't know. It was anywhere from like 19 to 60 cents. I can't remember what it was, but it was actually doing not too bad with only 12 terabytes. Yeah, you're only getting about $1.25 a day. That's not too bad. 50 terabytes, $1.25. The Chia went off 2 days ago too. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened to my Chia. Oh, I wonder. Maybe my server PC went down. I better look into that. I'm gonna have some issues here later. Had to delete the beta and reset. Yeah, I deleted mine too to the version, whatever the latest version is. They went to version 2. It's supposed to be faster. It took me like 1 month to sync up the Chia blockchain. I was waiting on it forever to finally try it again because I haven't mined Chia in like, or farmed Chia for like 6 or 7 months. And finally I wanted to go, yeah, I'm gonna finally get this together. And it took like pretty much ever since I built that server PC, it's been syncing up until like a few weeks ago. So however long ago that was, I think that's over a month. But it took forever to sync. But I don't have it on M2 drive or anything, the Chia farm, so that may help with some issues. I just got it hanging on like a 5,000 RPM cheap drive for some space and just to hold the, you know, all the mainnet files and everything. So getting a better drive would probably be that, but I don't want to waste any extra money on that. You have 150 terabytes storage HDDs, but too lazy to make a Chia farm. It takes a lot of time. That's crazy. You have 150 plus. Darn it. I'll take them. I'll play around with those. I'll try some Chia farming on 150 terabyte plus. But yeah, it does take a while. I have a breakout board from Parallel Mining, which I have not yet got to play with because I only have like 4 hard drives. And this thing's made for like 50. But it's a breakout board for a server power supply to link up to like 50 hard drives for Chia mining. It's a Chia mining specific breakout board. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I just haven't been able to play with it. I don't have the hard drives to make it look cooler. The plot. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't done a video on this, but I'm going to show. Actually, wait, hold on. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I can do that. Let me find my camera. I want to show you guys a crazy breakout board that just showed up, and I haven't played with it yet, and I kind of want to go through how it works. So I'll do it right quick run through, but I find this thing very interesting. It's kind of cool. So check this out. Ah, where's my bear? All right, so first look, guys. First look, you guys are lucky. You guys are very lucky. Nobody knows about this thing yet, unless you're in my Discord. I did put a link to it, a couple days ago. All right, got it out. I'm gonna get my camera all set up. Give me a second, guys. I wasn't prepared for this, but that's how we roll here. Spur of the moment. Anything happens at any time. We could be talking about, I don't know, anything, and we'll just talk about something totally different randomly. But let me just get my camera turned on here. I'm probably gonna need my tripod. That's okay. I'll try this freehand. Probably gonna drop it and break it. Okay, USB streaming engaged. Camera on. All right, bear with me. How do I set this up? Where is my camera? Where are you? There you are. Properties. Is it working? Is it working? Let me check. 0. Oh no, what did I hit? Oh, that. I thought I killed my stream for a second, guys. That was a close call. I almost hit the wrong button. All right, can you guys see that? Everyone see that? Java Super, you are amazing. Thank you very much for the 400. I'm not sure what that symbol is, but it looks cool. But thank you very much. But yeah, so I have this breakout board here, and It's actually not a breakout board. It looks like a massive breakout board, but it's something totally different. But it's kind of cool, interesting concept. So before I bring it to the other side, think of OCTOMINERs. You know how OCTOMINERs work, correct? And they have, you know, the hot swap plugin for the power supplies. You have fun going to hang out with my boy Ed Pate. All right, Serpent X, have fun. So the OCTOMINERs, you know, they got the swap smart PSU system, and then you can hot swap and put it in. Once you have one out, it distributes the power evenly between the PSUs and whatnot. So that's kind of what this breakout board does. In a way, it's not, again, it's not a breakout board, but look at this thing. Kaboom! Look at that. So this can work with server power supplies as well as ATX power supplies. I have not put this to the test yet, but you can see this for your ATX 24 pins. But you pretty much, with your server PSUs, you would plug in your 6 pins here and vice versa over here. And then you can pretty much utilize 4 power supplies. Say you're putting together a 19 GPU mining frame or something, right? So then you can use all the PCI Express within here between 4 power supplies. Now, if this power supply goes down, say in this corner, it will utilize these other 3 and distribute the power here, and this one will be unaffected. So obviously you're gonna have to make sure you distribute the power so that the other 3 or something will be able to withhold all the power on your system if one goes out. But yeah, you can mix match server PSUs with ATX PSUs and other things. So this is kind of cool, interesting concept going on here, but this thing is massive. Look at that. That's cool. So this is a new thing they have out. I did place that link in the Discord a while ago. I just wanted to kind of point that thing out, and I will be testing this thing fairly soon. But I thought I'd point that out to you, you know, a little first look showcase for you guys. Now I'm gonna see, I have a link somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can find it here. I don't know where it is. Let me just look through my Discord chat if somebody want to check it out. Okay, I lost it. Gone. It's right here. Yeah, here it is. Copy. There you go. So this is that thingamajigger right there, if anybody wanted to check that out. But yeah, I haven't tested it yet. In theory, it seems amazing. I just don't know if it works or not yet. So keep that part out. I think it's rated for 3,200 watts max or something. But yeah, 4 power supplies, ATX or not. It only comes with the breakout board. I don't know if it comes with a package. You might have to get your things there, but yeah. I just saw a gaming remote on your table. What games you play? I got a gaming channel, Rabid. If you're unfamiliar, check the link in the description. Rabid Gaming is a gaming channel on YouTube as well. I play mostly on the PC. I got the PS4 and stuff as well. I want to get a PS5 because 1, I want to try to mine with a PS5, and 2, I want to play games on it too, right? That's what we do with them. But I play like Ark Survival Evolved. It's a dinosaur survival game. It's absolutely awesome. It's a wicked game. And I play all sorts of other various games as well. But well, I guess Apex. I don't really play Fortnite. I recently started to try to play PUBG. I like World of Tanks, and I don't know, all those type of games are the games I play. I play Roblox sometimes too. There's some cool games on Roblox as well. And there we go. 75 in stock. Budweiser's already looking for stuff. 75 in stock. 75 in stock. Can be back ordered. FA, I'm getting one. There you go. Use the link, guys. Eat up the parallel miner stuff. And like I said, I plan on looking onto this very, very soon, and I will be testing that out. I don't know how I'm gonna do it though. I might just take my 4 GB cards. They're on their own frame. They're all unplugged. I might just, you know, throw 2 server power supplies on, unplug one, see if it distributes the power, if I have any cuts or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna be testing this breakout board soon. But you know, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Try War Thunder. That's right. You guys keep saying War Thunder. I keep forgetting about that. Subscribe to the Rabid Gaming YouTube channel. Link is in the description. All sorts of stuff in the description. How about the channel? Awesome. So, are there any last minute questions some of you guys may or may not have? Then, you know, we'll answer some little bit of last minute questions here. We'll be live again tomorrow. And I'm also wondering, do you guys prefer morning streams, afternoon streams, evening streams? I wanted to go live last night. Then I saw DJ went live, so I was going to go later on. And then tonight I can't go. We got Misfits live tonight. But I was thinking about maybe trying nighttime, if that's a better schedule for some of you. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Or is, you know, our normal time that we do the best, and then I'll just go randomly through the week sometimes as well at this same time. What is your name on World of Tanks? It's on Steam. I can, I don't know. Rabid Gaming. It should all be Rabid Gaming. My Steam name and everything. Just sold a PS5 I never used also. Really? It's funny. I have a funny PS5 story that I never got. But, so as we know, I walked in the Best Buys. I was checking it out back when we couldn't find any GPUs anywhere. Or you couldn't find PS5s anywhere either. But I didn't want a PS5 at the time. I didn't really think about it. And I was looking for GPUs. I walked into Red Deer. I went into Best Buy. I'm like, hey, do you got any GPUs in stock? Oh, we got a GT 670 or something or whatever. And I was like, no, I don't want those. You have like a real GPU in stock. And they're like, no, we're all out of GPUs. But we just got some PS5s. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we just got a load of PS5s in. They're not even on the shelf yet. Brand new. The shipment just came this morning. I was like, nah, I don't want one. And I walked out. A couple weeks go by, a month go by, like, you know, maybe I want a PS5. I've been looking ever since, cannot find a PS5 anywhere. So I walked into one, brand new shipment, could have got one easily, anyone I wanted, and now I just can't find them again. So yeah, this is the times that come. Do you want a PS5? The guy had like a shocked look on his face. I'm like, no, I don't want one of those. He's like, really? Did you just say that? I just told you we have stock. Like, it was funny. Look on his face. Oh, it's awesome. Ham Solo. All right, we'll look for you on World of Tanks. All right, sounds good. You know, maybe I should fire up the old tanks again here. So we got Mike Baldwin. He's hanging out. He's been, I haven't done a video on, I guess it's been about 2 or 3 days now. You know, I was trying to get him out every single day, you know, be consistent there. And then all of a sudden stuff happened and I was trying to keep up with this channel, or I would have been slow on both. But Mike Baldwin's been playing Ark. He's in the tribe. He's been going crazy out there. I haven't even seen. He's just been giving me updates of everything he's been doing. But it sounds like he's been doing a lot of stuff. So I probably got to check that out today and see what's happening. I got half of the next video recorded for the next gaming episode. So be sure to follow up and keep up with those gaming episodes as well. They're awesome. Dang it, Rabbit. Budweiser F8. I have mine in storage. You have yours in storage. Rabbit slacking. I can't help it. Oh, it's so hard to stay up to date. Like this bear market, it's hard on everything. Views, it's hard on this, and then you're trying to keep up with the news and keep 2 channels running, and oh, it's crazy. Craziness, guys. Anyway, doesn't look like we have too many questions going on. So I guess we'll wrap this one up, guys. So I appreciate everybody for showing up to this live stream. Be sure to show up again tomorrow, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Let me find my button. Here we go. Rabid out.